Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. It's definitely looking decent in my personal opinion, but this is just the outside looking in. We have a nice little flag pattern here. Of course, this is not perfect, but if we do break above and kind of maintain above $87 today, I think that'd be a very solid start here, allowing us to continue higher. Again, smaller time frames, less impactful for those those patterns, if you will. So just be mindful, take this with a grain of salt. Doesn't mean the price can explode. It just tells us that we're getting ourselves into a wedge there, and a lot of this is contingent on Bitcoin. I just took a look at Bitcoin, and honestly, it's kind of 50-50. So the truth is, Solana's performing better than Bitcoin is generally on a 1-to-1 ratio, but it's still selling off when Bitcoin sells off too. So please, please, please secure profits wherever possible. I know a lot of our folks got into our second entry this morning around $85. Congrats on that. And consider adjusting your stop loss higher so you can secure those profits. But what we're going to look at here, there's a few things in the back end first. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I do love teaching people to trade. I hope you can learn something today. Quick congrats to our Premium Plus members here. We took some nice profits from Solana, some scalps there. It was 3 hours there. Chainlink 1 day for 12%. ADA, Chainlink. ADA and Chainlink, by the way, they are triggering a lot faster than others because they're smaller time frame trades. So please, please, please make sure you secure profits there with those. We're going to be adjusting our strategy on that a little bit here with our take profit targets and entry targets. We're going to be cutting that down a little bit. More to come. I'll update you here shortly. At this point, though, with Solana, what we look at is the back end data. First things first, $90.50 is a pretty significant amount of liquidation. So just because the price has more liquidation above than below doesn't mean it's going to hit that target. It just implies there's a lot of strength at that level. And right there at $90, as I mentioned, that's why we have our profit target at like $89.99, is because that level there is highly sought after. That's a contested level. So $90 is an important level for us to close above if and when we do. Between now and then, just know the last 7 days, there's twice the amount of shorts at 90 than there is longs at 84. That's generally what we're seeing here. And that's mostly positive in the sense of the price action being more likely to go up than down. I know it sounds weird, sounds counterintuitive, but it actually is good. Again, not a reason to take a trade, but it's still something to note. All right, quickly look at this here. This has changed maybe slightly since yesterday, but it's still roughly the same. We're getting this $92, $93 mark as a strong resistance level. That's been resistance before, but now with the moving averages kind of compressing there, you could approximate that that's going to be a resistance force if we make it that far. So just keep in mind, it's not all sunshine and rainbows here, but definitely looking slightly positive there. But truth is, stochastic RSI swinging up, that's a good sign, but all the other moving averages, or just say, RSI, money flow index, they're staying kind of low. They're under 50, and that's generally a bearish sign. Okay, so again, all the more reason why we have to establish higher highs and higher lows moving forward to break that trend. Okay, again, getting below or above this descending trend would be a very important thing for us here. When it comes to the 4-hour time frame, let's quickly note this here and just recognize that we're above the 20-day SMA for the first time in a little while. And technically, we were above there yesterday. We just hadn't closed when I reviewed this last. So we have good, solid 24 hours above the 20-day SMA. That's a good, healthy thing. It's also reaffirming this support at $85. So if you kind of zoom in, you can see $85 price wicked up perfectly off 85. That's exactly why we had our second target at 85.25. As I teach in my trading university and just in general, anytime you have targets, specifically entry targets or profit targets, you want to put them just above or just below a key level support or fib level, okay? Because again, oftentimes right at that exact round number, you will not get filled, and we did. So now our average position is much higher, or lower rather. We're at like 86 instead of 87, and now we're in a much better position. We're actually in profit on our Solana trade. That's why averaging works very well. So since you're in profit right now, I recommend adjusting your stop loss higher to ensure you secure profits. This is not the market to just kind of sit around and hope for the best. Hope has no bearing here. All right, here's some good things though. This does give us some hope. Don't read into that. That's kind of a joke. But when we take a look here, hope aside, 50 on RSI is letting us know that we're kind of tapering off and hanging out right there at that range, basically. Keep retesting it. Tells us that the level of $87 is a point of contention, just as 40,000 is for Bitcoin. Okay, same scenario here because they're running fairly concurrent. However, we do look here at the money flow index. It's getting up there. Increasing MFI leads the RSI to follow in most cases because more money is flowing in and the selling pressure is getting less and less, and eventually the bears are going to give way. That's why these descending patterns also work very well to let us know that. When you see money flow index increasing and the price and the channel coming down, that's a type of bullish convergence. Again, is it foolproof? Is it 100%? Is it the reason to take a trade? No, but it does contribute to the overall sense here. Okay, now again, key takeaway here is we're not truly bullish. We have stochastic RSI swinging down, letting us know further downside could be possible. It is swinging down, however, because we had a significantly momentous last 24 hours, and that with the price pulling back even a little bit, it's going to shift its momentum and let us know. It'll give us that false positive, so to speak, or can do that if you're not careful. So again, take stochastic RSI with a grain of salt. It's not the only indicator you want to use, but it does tell us that, again, obviously we have a shift in momentum. The last 12 hours have been bearish. Okay? No surprise there. So to be able to break that trend, we got to be able to identify a few things here. First of all, we want to make sure we're above the cloud, which we still are. The cloud's holding like a champ. So this is a very good sign here, okay? Now, Bitcoin's kind of right in the middle of the cloud. So again, that doesn't give me extreme confidence in a trade here, so to speak, with Solana, just because I know Bitcoin is kind of calling the shots. But at this point here, this is showing us that the performance of Solana is better than Bitcoin, okay? And that's a good sign. That shows that if Bitcoin pulls back, Solana is more likely to recover than other coins, okay? Now, if you do take a look at Bitcoin dominance, it's not necessarily up, it's plateauing now, and it's starting to pull back a little bit. So in general, this is a positive sign for alts as well, okay? So what does all that mean? Well, at this point here, there's a solid chance we're going to see the price break above this level and continue higher, because once we break that $87 mark and can sustain above that for just say 4 to 6 hours from now, we're going to have a case in point where the price is likely to retest that $89/$90 mark. Okay, so I think we're still in pretty good shape here personally. That's just my opinion. I can be wrong. There's things that I don't see all the time, absolutely. I try to not have tunnel vision. I try to look at everything, and we've done a fairly good job here of understanding that while we're still bearish in the overall sense, there's no other way around that. The shorter term timeframes are showing us some positive indications that the price is willing to turn itself around. We've got a solid amount of support at 85, the price wick down there. We can also see a decent amount of support at 85.75 here. We had a previous resistance level, turned support, and hasn't broken below that. So we've had a pretty solid amount of support at this level. Again, the more likely you are to break down based on the fact that you retest those levels multiple times too. So if you do understand that, and this case in point right now, it's not sunshine and rainbows, like I say. It's not a perfect situation. But there are better, more positive contributing factors in those smaller time frames, the hourly and the 4 hour, that lead me to believe we could see a continuation or a shift in momentum to the upside. The daily, however, you have to understand the overall sense is bearish, and there's no other way around it. Taking long positions right now is risky. We took a risk taking this trade. I'm okay with an average price at the low $86 mark. Move your stop loss higher if you want. I'm going to leave my profit targets where they're at. Whether or not it hits in a day or two or a week or two, I'm perfectly fine by that, because this is a swing trade, folks. That's exactly how that works. You want day trades, jumping over to our Premium Plus group. There are dozens of opportunities every single day, okay? Again, I'm happy that's working well for you. Thank you so much for the feedback. That's where we're at here for now. Make sure you reference Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. They hooked up our community very, very well too. They had some downtime. They compensated a lot of potential losses there, and just really great situation there altogether. So thank you, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity for our community. If you use my link to register, you get some bonus rewards. No KYC or VPN exchange, extremely recommended. Absolutely love them, and deeply appreciate you guys as well. And that goes for everyone. Subscribers, members, affiliates, co-affiliates, whatever the case is, we all are working together towards a common goal of being more profitable and more knowledgeable and confident in this market. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.